Good morning and welcome back. Today's job's a bit different. I have to move this Provost over here, followed by the Rotor Hunter, because we're going to work on the Puma that's parked behind it. And now, after playing a bit of aircraft Tetris, sorry I couldn't film it because I was driving the tug, because we'll be taking the blades off today. So that took about half an hour. Some more fun. Oh, well, this is step 3. Unfortunately, just 2 of us here, so I can't really film and work at the same time. Yeah, moving the gantry into position so we can take the main rotor blades off. And here we are, trying to get the sling to work so we can catch the blade. It's here where the problems start. We are kind of stuck. As you can see, we're working outside in the sun. Yeah, temperature for today is supposed to be 35 degrees Celsius, so it's quite fun in the sun. Sweat is pouring. We have absolutely no shade. And we've got a little problem. This aircraft's been standing outside for such a long time that the pins that go through the top of the rotor blades to keep them in, the 2 little pins that go through, are stuck. So yeah, we're having a bit of a tea break now, a bit of a realign and reassess. The other problem we have is we don't have a big stand, so we can wiggle this end of the blade. Just going to have a climb inside the Puma. You guys can see what it looks like inside. Bit of a mess, needs a good clean. Sure. Just took the one blade off. It's over there. Very, very heavy for 2 guys to operate. Not impossible. Very cramped space. If you're used to working on bones. Oh, here's the Puma's cockpit. Not bad, eh? And a shot of the overhead. Oh, I've touched a Puma before, but that's about 30 years ago, so that's almost all new to me again. Here's just a quick view of the cockpit. Ah, doesn't look too bad for an aircraft that's been standing outside in the sun doing nothing. And we're stuck at the airport. Not too bad. Nothing but a spit and polish can't sort out. Let's just have a view of the other aircraft that's here in the holding pattern. This is a Provost. I know nothing about this aircraft at all. Just the name about it. Then we have the Rotor Hunter, British fighter from the 50s and 60s, and another one. All these aircraft used to belong to Thunder City, which used to have this hangar, but yeah, they've since been closed. It's been taken over by somebody else, and these aircraft are all just standing here waiting to be moved, shipped off to somewhere else. Mostly British aircraft. Here we have a Buccaneer, well, 2 of them. 3 of them, sorry. Here's another one. This particular aircraft they use for telemetry, where they fitted strain gauges and things on it. I remember a couple of years ago when I walked through, the guys told me this airframe's only got 1,200 odd hours on, so it hasn't been flown a lot. It's been stress tested all its life. Here's another one. As you can see, these guys are shipborne versions because they got the folding wings. So they serve with the British Navy, obviously. And then we have these 2 beauties. 3 beauties. Here's another one. The English Electric Lightning. Yeah, nice things. This is one of the first aircraft that can go supersonic vertical. just after takeoff. Takes off, folding the nose wheel, full afterburner, pop it straight up, go to 50,000 foot, 60,000 foot, completely vertical, and break the sound barrier at the same time. Interesting aircraft. Buccaneer, obviously low level aircraft over the ocean, and then these were the interceptors, Cold War, against the Russians if they should strike England. Yeah, so that's a quick view of this aircraft. I suppose my boss, in brackets, is looking for me already, because we have got a job to do. We have to finish up, so I'd like to get done with this. It's extremely hot. It's taking a bit of an extended lunch break, and then we'll be hitting the Puma again. As you can see, the gantry is popping over the Provost. Yeah, fun in the sun, eh? Yeah, well, here we go again, blade number 2. And as you can see, this goes extremely slow to try and get that crane back up to the top to hook over the blade. Well, as you can see, we have the second blade off. Yeah, suffering here. Indicated temperature outside is 36. So yeah, for today I think that's about it. Both a bit paced. So we're just gonna close up shop over here and continue removing one of the tail rotor blades. This aircraft is going by road, so we have to get it lower than 6 meters so it'll go underneath the bridges and things. Just want to swing the camera the other way. Sorry about a bit of a wind noise. Just want to say how far we are from Table Mountain. Cape Town Harbour is in that direction. So you can just make a Table Mountain in the back. Here we have the Puma's tail rotor. As I said, we're going to be removing one of the blades. Luckily it's fairly easy. It's just 2 split pins and 2 bolts. Then one of those should be sliding out of the cuff. Fairly simple, yeah. Then we can, once we've taken all the blades off, we can tie the tail rotor head so that the missing blades at the top fit it onto a low big truck and then get towing. Alright, while we're up here, here's the main rotor head. And then all the blades we've been marking different colours. And those are the pins I'm referring to take off with the oversized baby clip. Actually remove. And just knock the pin out and take the blade off. This is day 2 of the Puma blade removal saga. So yesterday we were supposed to take 1 blade off the tail rotor, but we ended up taking off 5. Just because it's going to make it easier for us later on. Well, today went a whole lot easier. All 4 blades now on the ground. Just have to mark the last one still clean. Yep, here they are. We ended up making a puller, or designing just a piece of thread bar and a socket. I'll probably show a couple of photos here. Made it so much easier. There's some of those pins were so rusted that we had to really knock them. And didn't want to flare them over, so we designed a little puller quickly. It took us less than an hour after that to get the blades off. Taking up all the straps, getting ourselves prepared to tie this all back, clean up. And then we're going to use the vehicle to move the stand back, because that tug for some reason does not want to start. There's just no power. Well, we used this tug yesterday. Everything was fine, but now for some reason the battery is just not coming on. I think it's a problem with either the ignition itself that's not working properly, or there's a micro switch somewhere in the handle for forward and reverse and drive. That is obviously not making it able for the battery to come on as a safety feature, and that has gone awry. So yeah, we've got no power in this thing, and it's not ours, so we don't want to open up and scratch on somebody else's things. So here we are after the blades are not done. Busy with a bit of a clean up. Still going to go to this helicopter and just have a look and make a bit of a list for the company that my friend's working for, just to see where the missing rivets and bolts are and rusted spots and things that we see in general that are not up to scratch. We're going to try and inflate these tires if you can find nitrogen to pump it up, and then clean up a bit of a mess, take out gantry. I think that's the last heavy weight we have to move for today. So yeah, at least less sweating, less fighting with it. So yes, it's time to end off this video. Main rotor blades been stripped, tail rotor blades been stripped off. We've inflated the tires a little bit. Gantry's back in its old spot. Put the aircraft to bed. We just unpacked the inside a little bit, just neated it up. So it's ready and waiting for the low bed, and then we can put the aircraft on the low bed and then tow it